Jaya Parthinivasinima Jaya Sai Bhavanima Puttaparthinivasinima Jaya Sai Bhavani Ma Devi Bhavani Ma Jaya Sai Bhavani Ma Daya Karo Sai Ma Kripa Karo Sai Ma Daya Karo Sai Ma Kripa Karo Sai Ma Jaya Ma Jaya Ma Jaya Devi Bhavani Ma Puttaparthi Nivasini Ma Jaya Sai Bhavani Ma Puttaparthi Nivasini Ma Jaya Sai Bhavani Ma. Detachment is the ultimate obstacle to come. Detachment is the last gate, is the ultimate passage you have to go through. Detachment is the opposite of attachment, letting go of attachment. Attachment is also called moha, moh-maya. End of attachments or detachments, end of moha, mohoksha. Ksha means the death, the end. Moksha is considered the ultimate goal or aim of life. Whether it is in the Buddhist tradition, Tibetan tradition, old Bharatiya tradition, whether it is coming from Sufi, whether it is coming from ancient Christian or various other traditions. Moha-ksha, end of attachments. They are tests. They are not end by themselves. They're not the goal of life. One could say that. But it is more like the ultimate test which you have to go through. They are not fun. They are not easy. They are perhaps the most difficult of them. Are you willing and able to give up the very thing that you built, the very thing that you love, the very thing that you want? For what? The very thing that you want, you're willing to sacrifice it on the altar of what? There has to be a higher value. There has to be that vision. There has to be a purpose. There has to be a cause for which you're willing to sacrifice the very thing that you sacrificed everything else for. So those things, those causes, those higher principles are individual. There is no one answer for it. The only thing I would say that would be perhaps as close to it is the inner voice. Whatever you're guided by, your inner voice. And it will be different for different people. You have to find it. What is that cause you're willing to not just live for? You have to find something that you're willing to die for. And there is no reason to judge it. It could be anything. It could be your children. It could be your husband, wife. It could be your parents. It could be your organization. It could be your work. It could be your craft. It could be anything really. But something that comes from within you and you resonate with it. Yes, it could come from outside too. Sometimes you attach to a cause that came from someone else or somewhere else, but you resonated with it. And that cause can change or may not change for the rest of your life. Literally, this is what we live for. And whatever you live for is you're willing to die for. And that is worth giving up everything else. That defines detachment. That tells me I truly love me. That tells me I truly love you. That I truly love something higher than everything else. Love for the sake of love, whatever that is for you. In this case, for some people, it is love for God. And for some people, they do not even have to believe in the formal spiritual word God or spirituality. But everyone is living a life, isn't it? They're living for something. It could be golf for someone else. It could be track and field. It could be gymnastics. It could be bodybuilding. We're not judging anything here. It could be making delicious meals in a kitchen. For somebody, it is printing t-shirts. For somebody, it is technology or pursuit of technology. For somebody, it is problem solution. For somebody, it is public safety. For someone, it is the party that you're attached to or the organization that you're attached to. You're willing to live or die for the operations of the organization. It is not to be judged. I am the one who has to decide what is my cause. And that cause can evolve over time. So that's why I'm saying that the easiest and the closest thing that comes to me that is universal in appeal is listening to your inner voice. You can never go wrong. It is that voice when it says you jump, it says yes. Because here the jump is not only just about how high, but how deep. You're willing to jump. You're willing to work. You're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve those goals, and that is jumping high. And you're willing to jump from a cliff or into the deep ocean, and the answer is how deep. And that is the path of detachment. And that is courage. That is fearlessness. That is trust. That is faith. That is life. That is exciting, thrilling, beyond anything. That is passion for life. That is what we call love. Directed inwards, I love me. Directed outwards, I love you. Both are reflections of each other. You cannot love anyone truly outside when you truly don't love within. And you don't know how to love within when you haven't lived to learn to love outside. And the easiest way to love is through service, seva. Easiest way to experience selfless love is seva. Cheapest, easiest, fastest, guaranteed way is to do seva. And seva is not charity. Just know that. Seva is far beyond charity. Charity is good. Charity is beautiful. Charity is desirable. Charity is beneficial. Charity is good karma. But seva is what gods look for. Seva is a feeling. Seva sprouts from the recesses of your heart. Seva springs forth from your heart as love. When your heart melts, resonates, feels compassionate about someone in need and is willing to do anything or willing to do something, this world will very quickly change when we are willing to love ourselves and willing to love each other as ourselves. I love me.